Sponsored by Just Like Family Home Care Canada, providing peace of mind with trusted in-home support. Well, we've been here before. It was only 8 months ago I last visited Five Islands. It's a beautiful spot here, and what a gorgeous Sunday morning. Got the whole place to myself again, and I'm making my way to Spring Hill for a concert at High Crest. It's one of 2 venues that have hired me for every one of my tours. I'm ever so grateful. Taking the scenic route, we're also going to spin up and around and see the Joggins fossil cliffs. Just a little boo here this morning. The place I want to go is still an hour away, and the way I travel, it'll take 2. I'm all bundled up again. Here I am at the Joggins Fossil Cliffs, right on the Bay of Fundy. It's the ocean, and it's always cooler here. And the Fossil Cliffs, as you can see, are right behind me. It's a beautiful spot. A little bit dangerous though, you gotta watch the cliffs. Ah, the museum is open. A little look around. I've never been in here. Some nice samples, of course, all the best that have ever been found. I found a few myself. Just look at the size of this sample right here. Most of the fossils at Joggins were trees back in the day. I don't even know what era, a long time ago.
Top 50 pop albums and 11 top 10 country albums. Hi, Ann. You and Bernie has been called the Queen of MOR. And the pleasure of being with you is just enormous for me. She has such a good head on her shoulder. Very special to her Anne Murray's home. This time they're going after an international story, but it does have national overtones. People in pop music tend to think that she's country, and the country folks think she's too pop. The lady who sits across from me now has won so many awards in the field of music that we're not going to try to enumerate them. Here in Canada, we don't toss the term star around lately. Been a fan of yours for a long time. You know her as a Grammy winner. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, the purest, best voice in the world. Please welcome that wacky snowbird herself, Miss Anne Murray. Murray has had 8 top 50 pop albums and 11 top 10 country albums. Hi, Ann. You and Murray has been called the Queen of MOR. And the pleasure of being with you is just enormous for me. She has such a good head on her shoulder. Very special to her Anne Murray's home. This time they're going after an international story, but it does have national overtones. People in pop music tend to think that she's country, and the country folks think she's too pop. The lady who sits across from me now has won so many awards in the field of music that we're not going to try to enumerate them. Here in Canada, we don't toss the term star around lately. Been a fan of yours for a long time. You know her as a Grammy winner. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, the purest, best voice in the world. Please welcome that wacky snowbird herself, Miss Anne Murray. Murray has had 8 top 50 pop albums and 11 top 10 country albums. Hi, Ann. You and Murray has been called the Queen of MOR. And the pleasure of being with you is just enormous for me. She has such a good head on her shoulder. Very special to her Anne Murray's home. This time they're going after an international story, but it does have national overtones. People in pop music tend to think that she's country, and the country folks think she's too pop. The lady who sits across from me now has won so many awards in the field of music that we're not going to try to enumerate them. Here in Canada, we don't toss the term star around lately. Been a fan of yours for a long time. You know her as a Grammy winner. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, the purest, best voice in the world. Please welcome that wacky snowbird herself, Miss Anne Murray. Murray has had 8 top 50 pop albums and 11 top 10 country albums. Hi, Ann. You and Murray has been called the Queen of MOR. And the pleasure of being with you is just enormous for me. She has such a good head on her shoulder. Very special to her Anne Murray's home. This time they're going after an international story, but it does have national overtones. People in pop music tend to think that she's country, and the country folks think she's too pop. The lady who sits across from me now has won so many awards in the field of music that we're not going to try to enumerate them. Here in Canada, we don't toss the term star around lately. Been a fan of yours for a long time. You know her as a Grammy winner. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, the purest, best voice in the world. Please welcome that wacky snowbird herself, Miss Anne Murray.
I'm getting in trouble here in Spring Hill with my friends. So nice to be with you all. And as I was saying, there is a queen of sorts right from Spring Hill here. Here's a song from Anne. I'll always remember that song they were playing when we first danced, and I knew as we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner night after night? Oh, when we're together it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I'll always remember that magic moment when I held you close to me. As we moved together, I knew forever you're all I'll ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner night after night? Oh, when we're together it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? A big thank you to High Crest and Spring Hill for hosting me for every one of my maritime tours. I'm sure Anne Murray herself went up and down these big old stairs. Good morning from Dartmouth. Urban Parks. I am at Shubie, about 10 minutes from my show this afternoon at Parkland at the Lakes. And it was an interesting night last night. It's bound to be an interesting week. Wildfires in the area. Just 20 kilometers outside of the city here, there's big evacuation. Buildings and houses lost. And people taking shelter at the Canada Game Centre, things like that. It's going to be an interesting week. I just had something happen that I've been dreading for a long time. I just tested positive for COVID, and I'm going to have to backtrack and let everybody know who I just visited and cancel this week's shows. I kind of hit the wall yesterday, just late. After my show, I didn't have any symptoms yesterday until in the evening, and then all of a sudden it hit me. And then this morning I did 2 tests, both positive. I don't want this to be a video about COVID. I want this to be a video about Peggy's Cove. I am recovering, feeling pretty good, really. I, of course, hadn't planned on an entire week off here in Nova Scotia, but what a great place to recuperate. Feeling better just being here and socially distancing, getting over my COVID bout. What a great place to do it. There's something I need to go buy. You might be able to see it in some of the images that I'm showing here, but there is definitely a haze in the air, wildfire smoke. It's been an exciting couple of days here in Nova Scotia. Good morning from Halifax, Chrysler. I am getting some work done on my van on this bonus day off. Turned out I have a leaky caliper and the brake light came on. All happens at once, doesn't it? But it also just so happens that I have this extra time to deal with it. So let's see what we can come up with today while we wait for the van to get serviced. Not an exciting video, I'm sorry, it's just one of those days. And yeah, looking like my Monday show in Shelburne is doubtful. Right now, Roseway Manor is closed. There are major fires in the area, growing out of control fires. Nothing but heat in the forecast. Maybe rain this weekend. I don't know if that'll help before Monday though. But you can see on the maps the road closures, the fires, and the smoke. Five hours I spent at the dealership, but thank goodness they could get me in on such short notice. Kudos to the Halifax Chrysler for taking care of me. Then I had a big rest. Now I'm here at the Canada Game Centre, the evacuation site for all those that are affected by the wildfires. And they are graciously allowing me to have a shower and a shave, because on top of everything else, I have been technically challenged with my razor. I got it figured out here. Do I look any better? Kind of the irony of this thing is, you know, the residents from Shelburne and now Lockport are all here in Halifax, and I can't even play them a concert at the Acadia University because I have COVID, but I don't even really feel sick anymore. I'm gonna do a rapid test and maybe I'm over it. I know there's still a waiting period, but I want to know my status. Well, the results speak for themselves. I do feel a little stuffy, but really, not much. But it is what it is. I gotta continue to isolate and mask up when I'm around people. One walkabout, one little urban park to conclude this worst of all videos that I've ever made. But it's part of the epic journey that is Jimmy's Old Time Radio Show. Well, there you go. I've learned a little bit, as I always do when I'm traveling. I was to play at a facility called Clayton Park. It would have been my 7th show there and 7 tours. Unfortunately, my bout with COVID ended this streak, but Clayton Park, I'm in one of the Clayton Parks, and now I know who Clayton was. Mary Clayton and her husband George came to Nova Scotia in 1863 and set up factories here. They're very successful. Some of the founders in the Halifax region. Epic journey that is Jimmy's Old Time Radio Show.
Major fires burn in Tantallon. in Bedford, in Barrington Lake, and as I mentioned, Sandy Point in Shelburne County.
Good morning from Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. Feels like summer today. Hottest day of the year. Dry, windy, not good for the wildfires. I'm pretty far away from the wildfires, but I'm kind of sandwiched in between two pockets and getting closer to the biggest one. Biggest wildfire in Nova Scotia history is happening right now. And it is almost undoubtedly going to have my Monday program canceled. Even both programs, we'll see. Somehow I've got to get to Yarmouth and the roads are closed. I could take the long way around, I suppose, but we'll see what happens. It's going to rain this weekend, almost certainly. But I have some time here to explore the river, the Lahave River, so let's go for a walk. Let's take some time to explore the Lahave Islands Marine Museum and Crescent Beach. It's not every day you get to drive directly on the beach. With the blessed rain, it is an indoor day here. I'm at the Halifax Mall. Just gonna poke around here. I'm having some noodle soup for breakfast. Breakfast of champions. Yeah, just staying dry and trying to get back to normal. I've rebooked 2 shows. I'm eligible to start working tomorrow again, and I've booked 2 shows, so thank you so much. My soup is smaller than it used to be, and more money. Isn't that the way of things? More restorative goodness. Sunday morning, stitching together today's video with yesterday's. I had no content yesterday. I was just watching the rain and filling in time, reading books and waiting for this moment where I am supposedly going to return back to work. It's been quite a week with the wildfires and my COVID bout. Be thankful to get back to normal. Unsurprisingly, I just did a rapid test and it's still coming back positive, but that's normal. I did have COVID. But my symptoms are mostly over. Just a slight tickle, slight cough, but that's all normal as well. No fever or anything like that. According to the Nova Scotia Health Authority website, a person can resume normal activities after 7 days. The manager I spoke to yesterday about today, she said, come on in, we should be able to play. However, I just wrote her and just triple checking with everybody, including tomorrow evening's show way over in Yarmouth. Long drive even on a normal route, but the 103 highway is still closed due to the wildfires. I doubt it'll be open tomorrow. So double checking with the manager there before I go up and around. And just letting everybody know, proceeding with caution, being forthright as much as I possibly can. And yeah, wish me luck. I don't usually get nervous for a show. I've done this 2,911 times, but there's just something different about this show. The first time back after a break is always a little different, and this was a break like no other. And this is an extra special place. Glad to be here. Glad to kickstart my rebound right here. There we go. She's all restrung. I'm sure it sounds amazing.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, and just like the guy's feet are too big for his bed. Crying's not for me. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know: when the blues come out to meet me, they won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness comes out to meet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head, and just like the guy's feet are too big for his bed. Crying's not for me. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. Nothing's worrying me.
I had a feeling you already. Well, good morning, Bridgewater. Who ordered all this rain?
It's exactly what we need, isn't it?
Just what the doctor ordered.
but we still have sunshine in our hearts. Let's sing about that right away. Here we go.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Sunshine in our hearts. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The drive from Bridgewater to Yarmouth would normally take just an hour and a half along the South Shore, but of course 103 is still closed, Highway 103. So I had to take the long route north toward Digby and then down and around, and then I stretched it out a bit. I mean, I had all day basically to get to my destination. I'm about 45 minutes from my next show tonight at 6 p.m. at the Meadows. But let's have a little look here at Mavelet Beach. I was planning on exploring this whole shore at length tomorrow, but who knows what the weather's going to be. It's been pretty damp, thankfully. Right now there's a break in the rain, so let's have a quick peek. Comes the rain, time to scuttle. That there behind me is, of course, the broad Atlantic Ocean.
Good evening, Yarmouth. So nice to see you.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
I want to hear you sing it now. Your turn.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
One more time.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. There's sunshine right here. We need the rain, but there's still sunshine.
Cape Horseshoe, just outside of Yarmouth, and I just finished my second last show here in Nova Scotia. Let me cuddle up here a bit. It's wet and windy. We need this rain though still in Nova Scotia. One more show in Nova Scotia in Annapolis Royal tomorrow, and then we're going to take the ferry across to Digby on Wednesday. Just savoring this moment, even though it's a little bit wet.